Okay. I bought more red heart. I don't know why. I don't know what it means for me. I'm reflecting a lot about it, but here we are. So I thought I would take you on the journey of red heart all in one granny square. I had hip surgery in October. I was completely bored. This crossed my path while I was confined to a recliner, and I ended up buying a 3-pack of Aran Lily Pad in red hearts, all in one granny square yarn. And it was an interesting journey. I thought it's affordable enough. I can try to make something like this and not be upset if it doesn't work out, because it's probably like $30 or $35 Canadian. So this was a pain in the butt to make. The squares, at least for me and my sizing, which is a small to medium, I think the back has 4 squares across. So if I would have done 2 and 2 on the front, then the neckline would have been too small. So I ended up doing them a little bit out, and then I had to make room on that sleeve. It was kind of a nightmare, to be honest. That's kind of what ended up happening. And I sewed the squares together on a sewing machine. Another thing I wanted to try, because I thought, for the price of this yarn, why not? I ordered this from Yarnspirations after Christmas. That was months ago. I haven't even opened it up. I am a sucker for punishment, obviously. I thought this color, this is the same, the standard all-in-one granny square yarn by Red Heart. No color switching, keep on stitching. Kudos to the marketing department over there. I like it. But I ordered it. 3 balls are in the bag, obviously of the same color dye lot. The 4th is not. It is very obviously a much brighter pink in this ball. So basically, I can only use these 3 together. I thought I would have 4 to use together to make maybe a long cardigan or something, a little throw blanket. I can't use this with that. Thanks a lot, Yarnspirations. This is in the color Strawberry Delight. Not delighted that this is a different color than that Strawberry Delight. I digress. So we're going to do it. Here's your ball. You can see on the picture the granny square. You can see on the picture the granny square starts with green and you work out towards the white. So I believe we have to start on the inside of the ball. That's what I did for this jacket that I'm wearing now. All right. Frig. The heck? This is BS. Maybe that's why they gave me this ball. See if this one works better. Oh my God, look. I'm going to use a 5mm hook for this. Oh, there's the change. Okay. We're going to start blind. I put down a nice piece of fabric so it would look cuter. All right, so disclaimer, I'm going to do my own granny square pattern. I'm not going to bother following the one on the thing. I don't like the pattern. So I'm going to go, I do not start with a magic loop. I do not like magic loops. I'm going to chain 4, slip stitch, and then 2, 3, chain 3, 2, crochet. So near the end, I can see I have like a little bit left until the blue starts. So I'm going to do a couple of loose chains. Ooh. So as you can see, I'm ready to join in the top of the cluster, but it's got too much left. So this is the deal with this yarn. You have to really hate weaving in ends more than you hate ripping back, because you'll be ripping back. There is no way around it. I don't know how they calculated these rounds per se, but everyone is not the same. So you can never get a yarn or oh my God, look what I did. Put 4 in that cluster. It's distracted already. Okay. Yeah. No one is ever going to achieve the same tension ever. So I'm going to loosen mine up for this last few stitches and see if that helps. And honest to God, sometimes I would have to rip back and rip back multiple times, even change a crochet hook size just to get. So for me, I've got just a tiny bit of green left. For me personally, that's good enough. If you're a perfectionist, this yarn is not for you. Nothing's going to be perfect. These squares are not perfect if you look closely. But I think overall, when they're all put together, you can't see a lot of the little mistakes and where I lost my patience and decided, frig it, I'm not going to rip back one more time. So if you're a perfectionist, like a true perfectionist, do not buy this yarn. See, by the time I slip stitch that through, that actually worked out perfect. So now, there's a lot of different ways to do your granny square. I am going to, I'm going to slip stitch to the next open space. And yes, you can see that little bit of blue there. I really don't care. 2, 3. So now we go around the rim. Look at that. If you're in a bad mood, you can't take this guessing, don't buy this yarn or don't do this project. It could drive you over the edge. But at the end, you're not weaving in ends. Okay, so that's, like I said, that's good enough for me. I could have done it a little tighter. Whatever. Now, might be controversial. I'm not going to slip stitch over there. I'm just going to go right in the space. I don't know what's controversial actually. I'm just going to go in this space here. Go 1, 2, 3, and start working from this space. And I like to kind of mix them up a bit just so I find you don't then get a visible ridge in your granny square. If you mix up what I mean is if you're going to cluster in the same spaces where you landed, or you're going to go travel over to the next space. I'll do both randomly. Oh my God. Okay, so that's like, I really didn't have enough yarn there. I still have to do 3 more double crochets and I'm already on the bright pink. That is junk. So, like I said, you've got to rip back, you've got to tighten your tension, and possibly remove the chain 1s between the double crochets. That's what it comes down to. And then in extreme cases, you need a smaller hook. Hopefully, one of these cases. Oh, I don't like that. Oh boy. Bringing out the smaller hook. Oh, bingo. There we go. Okay, that's looking cute. Took a little bit longer than it should have to do that row, but I think armed with that information, this bright pink row I'm going to just keep this hook and crochet not super tight, but fairly tight. And just, ah. Oh, that, okay, so I used a smaller hook and went a bit tighter. And now I have some extra yarn, but let's see what happens if did I do a chain one there? Let's do a chain one and then slip stitch. And I'm gonna slip over to the next space to use this extra yarn. Can I? Okay, so this is where things get a little spicy because it's like, do you want that there? Do you want that bright pink thing there in the middle of the next row? No, no. Even though I'm not a perfectionist anymore, I don't want that there. It's a very contrasting color. It's different in like these when the colors are more like similar in tone and you can blend it in. Oh Lord. Okay. So we are gonna go back to about there and loosen. I could also bring back the size 5 hook, but let's just go a little looser. Add those. Oh Lord. Okay, we still got a lot. But I think actually we're in a bit better shape. Let's do like 2. Okay, I'm good with that. Okay, I will accept that. You can see how, because the initial 2 rows were so loose and then we got tighter, it is buckling like that. But I will say this will block out with steam. Like all of these were like that, and then they lay flat now. You just got to block the heck out of it on a blocking board with an iron and the steam from an iron. Okay, I'm reminded why I didn't truly enjoy making this cardigan. Okay, we're rounding the corner on the last round. It's anyone's guess what's going to happen here. Yeah. You really don't want to use up the green. I guess you could use a bit because that first row is fairly loose tension. How much do I have? Yeah, I have about enough for that. Actually, the last round went better than I thought because it's given me a lot of trouble in the past. So look at that. Join to the top. Ah, must have done a really tight stitch there. I join, whatever. Okay,